Hi, welcome to Splash and Go. Nate Ryan here with Steve Wittart. And Stevie, the big news I think everybody was expecting finally got announced today. Christopher Bell will be driving for Leavine Family Racing in the number 95 Toyota in the 2020 season. So I think we all knew Bell was headed to Cup. I think the question is, how well do you think he will do with this team, which will be different as well? It will have Toyota support. It essentially be more of a Joe Gibbs racing car. How do you think Christopher Bell does as a rookie in Cup?
So the devil's in the details with this announcement. I'm waiting to see exactly how it gets executed, who is put in what position. You know, it's one thing to say, oh, they're going to have all the support, but those situations only seem to work well when there's people on both sides of the fence that can help connect that conversation. Even when it was Furniture Row out in Colorado, I feel that Cole Pern did an excellent job of kind of communicating with Gibbs, taking Gibbs and excelling what they had. When we look at Leavine Family Racing, the question is, how will they use all the information? Because it can be a little bit like drinking out of a fire hose, right? Be careful what you wish for. They're going to get a lot of information. Can they go through it? Can they organize it? I mean, you look at the Wood brothers. I would say they ran decent with Blaney, not as well with Menard. I would say, even though they have all the Penske ties, they don't quite as efficient there. So I think that's my end question. And as far as Christopher Bell, listen, we all know he can drive. Saturday is a lot different than Sunday, a lot. When Eric Jones goes down a series, he runs top 3. When he goes back up, he's a good driver in the Cup Series, but not a top 3 driver. I think everybody should just temper their expectations. The worst thing we could do to Christopher Bell is expect him to come out and be a race winner in year 1. Give him a year or 2, and he's going to become a superstar.
Well, Bell certainly has proven himself on the lower levels, wins the Truck Championship, has several Xfinity victories. He follows this Kyle Larson-type career path of coming up through dirt racing. Kyle Larson never won an Xfinity and then won a lot in Cup after reaching there. So what do we think the learning curve will be like for Bell? Given he's had all the success in the lower series, is it plug and play? Will there be a few years before he wins?
The series couldn't be more different now with how the cars drive.
Yeah.
So I think actually the experience from Xfinity doesn't carry over anywhere near as well as it used to. The Cup cars are now more perhaps like trucks than they are Xfinity cars, which he's good in the trucks. So I mean, look, he's going to be good. He's a very talented race car driver. I think the big question is the one that shouldn't be asked, which is how long is it going to take for him to run well? I think everybody needs to just kind of accept that he's going to run well. It's kind of like a number 1 draft pick in the NFL, right? You're drafting this person because they have a tremendous amount of talent. The worst thing you can do is put him in a position to make bad decisions, to not be able to kind of craft his talent. And I think that's why perhaps this 95 is a great place for Christopher Bell. If he goes to Joe Gibbs and gets any of those cars, it's going to be instant expectation. With the 95, this is a team that has never won a race. Matty D's done a nice job at Bristol. He put him in position. But if Christopher Bell can just be in any sort of position to even look for a win in the first year, then I think, kind of check that off the box. That's mission accomplished.
Well, you brought up Matt DiBenedetto. You mentioned the Wood brothers. So Matty D drives for Leavine Family Racing in the number 95 that Christopher Bell will be taking next year. Matty D was in that car this year, almost won at Bristol. He moves to the Wood brothers next year. Wood brothers have an alliance with Penske. I'll put you on the spot. Who does better, do you think, next year? Matty D in a Wood Brothers Penske-affiliated car or Christopher Bell in a Leavine Family Racing Gibbs-affiliated car?
I'll take Christopher Bell in the 95.
Really? As a rookie? Yeah.
Equipment versus equipment. So if you swap the drivers, I would still give the 95 the edge. The 95 outran the 21 most of the year this year with much less equipment. So when you upgrade their equipment, I'm actually going to remove the crew chief in me. I'm going to remove the drivers and say the 95, if it truly gets full Toyota support and becomes the 5th factory Toyota, then it's going to outrun the 21. Ford has a lot of speed, but divided up. They got 4 SHR cars, 3 Penske cars. So even if the Wood brothers is that factory car, that makes them number 8, if not 9, if not 10, behind Roush Fenway. So it's simple. Take the effort divided by car number. I like Toyota's effort with 5 cars more than Ford's with 10.
All right, so we know we've got Christopher Bell in Cup. A lot of talk that Tyler Reddick probably going to move up to Richard Childress Racing in the ride that Daniel Hemrick is vacating. Cole Custer is lingering out there, possibly at Stewart-Haas. What kind of rookie battle are you looking forward to seeing next year in Cup? It could be epic.
It could be spectacular, and I think that would make the realistic question of how someone is performing more accurately measured, because then you can put it against 2 or 3 other great rookies. I mean, that's really the question. How should a rookie perform in 2020? I don't know. I mean, Jeff Gordon, if he had his rookie year in 2020, people wouldn't give him a contract for 2021. He led a lot of the races and wrecked a whole ton of cars, and he turned out pretty good. So I think in the end, the patience, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, some of these guys that won early in their career, kind of I think have kind of steepened this expectation of the rookies. And I'm not sure it's fair. They're just so young. I mean, look at some of these drivers and how old they were when they came to the sport. I think in the end, we just need to sit back and watch them. They're all very talented, and we'll see. All
right, well, we'll look forward to watching that next year. And you can look forward to watching Motor Mouths Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, NBCSN. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is our guest this week. You can call in, talk to him, talk to Kyle Petty as well. Motor Mouths, NBCSN, 5 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching Splash and Go.